Hello, hello, and welcome to day 10. Fantastic work getting through our getting started segment, 10 days of work. So from here, feel free to move on wherever to whatever you feel ready for. You could obviously do this program over again, go back and hit up a couple of the days you really liked or wanted to work a little bit more on. Otherwise, transition in and don't feel like you have to push to whatever capacity that I'm at in whatever other videos. There's always alternates and modifications. So you just enter in where you're at and get the good times rolling. So we are going to do combo moves today. You need a set of weights. I'm going to try to just stick with the same weight the whole time and cut down on my transition time. But if you need some different weights here and there for the different things, go ahead and feel free, obviously, to switch around. So we'll take a little bit of time to transition from each exercise. I'm going to go ahead and walk us through it, but first let's get just a little bit warmed up. So take a wide stance, big base of support, and just shift over to your right. Make sure that that knee is lined up with the toe, shifting over. The left leg is nice and straight. Extend the chest long. Try to lengthen through the back and pull those shoulder blades back and down. Press it up, and then we're going to go over to the other side. So now we're hinging into the left. Sit those hips back, knee lines with the toe, tall chest, strong core. One more time each side. Hinge it over. Check in with that core, upper back, and then press back over to your left. Hinge it back. Get that knee out with the toe. And then come up to center. So from here, just hinge over the legs. If you need to let your knees bend a little bit, that's fine. You can also draw your feet a little bit closer together. I'm going to bring mine closer, but then I'm going to keep my legs straight. So wherever you end up over those legs is fine. Keep that upper back nice and flat and long, right? So when we round, we lose that flexion and the support on the spine. So you want to try to lift the shoulders up, push the tailbone out a little, keep contraction on that core. And then I just want you to rotate right arm up and then left arm up. Keep the back flat, right arm up, then left. Get that core going. Get rotation through the mid part of your back, right? So the hips stay stable, your shoulders open, but the mid back is what's rotating. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do a couple marches, hugging the knees in. We'll just go back and forth, and then we'll go through what we have coming up. So we're going to go 10 reps of a full round through. We have our combo moves, weighted moves, and then between each, we are going to do 10 jumping jack presses. So if you do not want to do that with weight, that's totally fine. You come in where you're at. Otherwise, grab some light weight, doesn't need to be heavy, and you use the momentum of your jump to push the weights up overhead. Okay, so for our warm-up round, I'm going to have you do all the exercises with me. We will eventually be holding weight though. So go ahead and bring your arms up into the chest. You're going to squat back and down, so make sure the hips drop back. Your knees are pulling back over the ankles, and then press up, and then we're going to head to the left. So you're going to step really far to the left, do a lateral lunge, come back up, squat in the center, and then we'll step to the right and over. So we're going to end up doing 10 each side, which is going to account and add up to 20 squats. Hinge it back and then step it over. Okay, after we get all those done, we are going to do our jumping jack presses. So you're going to hold your weight in your goalpost arms, and you're going to do a press overhead as the legs jump wide. Okay, if you don't do a press, don't worry about it. I'm going to just have you pull one arm up and over each side. So still trying to get some movement into the legs, into the arms. We want to get the heart rate up just a little bit, which I'm already breathing heavier, not even holding weight yet. Okay, next up we're moving into arms. We're going to do a curl into an upright row. So you're going to bring your arms up, and then they'll come back down, and then you'll twist your hand, elbows come up, and hands come right to the chest, right? So the elbows will lead the way. Drop it down, you'll twist, curl, drop it down, twist, upright row. Go one more like that. Twist and curl, twist and upright row. Then we have our jumping jack press. We'll go 3, 2, 1. And our real set, we're going to have 10 now. And then we're going to do a row to a kickback. So we're going to find our hip hinge, pressing the hips back, back super flat, right? Like I just showed you when we did our warm-up twists. We'll have our weights. We're going to pull the elbows up high, kick them back, bring them back to 90 degrees, and then drop. So row, squeeze shoulder blades together, kick back, grabbing through those triceps, and drop. One more. Squeeze between shoulder blades, kick with the triceps, drop to 90, and then return. Then we'll again have our jumping jack press, and then we're going to go back to the beginning with our squat and lateral lunge, okay? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. After all 3 rounds of that though, then we will hit up a core round. All right, get those weights set, hold them nice and high at the chest. We're going to hit up our squat stance. So hinge your hips back and down, belly strong. Come all the way up, then you're going to step to the side and then to the start. Squat, press through those glutes, knees line with toes. So find that torque, that twist in through the heels to get the knees to pull out wide with the toes. This is 2. Sit it back, press it up, use the glutes. Use whatever weight you want. You can also go body weight still here for these. Hinge back, step it over. That right leg stays really straight. Now it's our left leg. So you're pushing all the way up through that bent leg. You're pushing out up. Back and down. 5. Good. Keep that squeeze between your shoulder blades. Remember, we want to use those glutes. Squat. Extend. Where's the core? Keep it strong. Knees line with toes. This is 8. 2 more each side. Let those hips shift over and then push back. Upper back. Nice and flexed. 10. Belly strong. And 10. Good. All right, put the weights down. Shake it out. Twist. And then we're going to do that jumping jack press. And then go to our curl and upright row. Okay, core strong. Find that goal post. Ready, set, jump. 2, 3. You're in charge of the core. And there's 10. Good. So really watch as you push those arms up that your hips don't start rocking forward. Keep them back in line over the heels. Whew. Nice job building a little heart rate. Okay. Picking it back up. Let's go to our curl and upright row. Find that stance, a good stack. Heels, hips, shoulders, head. Flex the butt to get your pelvis neutral and the core in play. Curl it up, bring it down. Point your hands behind, upright row, and down. Curl. Elbows squeeze in, and make sure that those elbows stay right under shoulders when you curl. 3, chest tall. Find that little pinch between the shoulder blades. 4. Very nice. Push that chest forward. Elbows open wide. and lead the way in your upright row. Keep the shoulders stacked right over the hips. Last 3. And 2, squeezing those elbows in. Make sure they stay right under shoulders. And 1. Very well done. All right, hinge it forward. Let's stretch through those forearms really quick. Maybe grab behind the back. Open that chest. All right, we're going to do our jumping jack press. Here we go. Shoulders back and down, belly nice and strong. Make sure you keep that strong core. Support the pelvis. 2, 3, 4. And 10. Good job. All right, next up we're going to do the row to kick back. So we're going to have that hip hinge. Think that super flat back. Chest hinges forward. Elbows are going to row up, and then we'll kick back. Ready, set. Pull the elbows, kick back, return, and drop. Get into the back, get into the triceps, squeeze that back, drop. There's 2. Belly's strong to support the low back. Nothing in your neck. Looking good. Halfway. Good. Keep the back, that upper body as still as possible. Long, long, long spine. Two more. Grab with that core. Last one. Squeeze. And done. All right, shake it out. Open those arms. All right, and we're going to do that jumping jack press. Find your core, legs, back, ready, set, go. Nine, 10. Very good. All right, set those down. We're going to take a quick child's pose. Open those knees out wide, big toes together. Hinge your hips back over those heels. Slide your shoulder blades back and down. Hollow out those armpits to feel the shoulder blades slide down your spine. And then come up and let's hit set 2. Off to a good start. All right. Find that placement for your weights. Okay, so remember we're going to hit up our squat and then head over into our lateral lunge. Okay, here we go. Gotta find how I want to hold these. Ready, set, squat, step wide, lateral lunge. Squat, other direction, lateral lunge. Knees line with toes. So dig into those heels, pulling the toes kind of wide. Belly strong. Keep that upper back nice and flat. Doing great. Don't forget about that core. Core is what supports so much that low back, all the systems, eliminates injury, and it's like doing a plank during your whole round. 8, Keep pushing those hips back. 9. One more each side. And 10. All right. Give those arms a break. Stretch it out. Gather your breath. Core strong. We're going to go into those jumping jack presses. Here we go. Core strong, ready, set, go. 10. Beautiful. Okay. Next up, we have our curl to upright row. Gather those shoulders, pull them back. When we hit up both the curl and the row, we really want to make sure we keep that rotation, shoulder blades back and down, and the pinch between those rhomboids. So that's in the rhomboids. So that's between those shoulder blades. Find your stance, nice and tall. Curl it up, bring them down, rotate, fly wide. There's our 1. Elbows come up first. Squeeze the elbows in. Tuck in that tailbone. Flex through the glutes. 5. Keep the upper body really still. Tuck that tailbone, flex the glutes. Don't forget, this is 9. Last one. All right, let's try to go straight into those jumping jack presses. Let's give it a shot. Okay, swing it up. Elbows come wide and go. Nice job. All right, set those down. Shake it out. Let's give our forearms a quick stretch. Pull those hands back. Okay, next up we have our row to kick back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Find your hip hinge. So still make sure you have that alignment, right? Your knees lined up with toes. Your hips are pushing back, but you're not shifting one side or the other. And you have that bracing, upper middle back. Belly strong. Feel that pelvis stay in neutral. Row the elbows up. Kick back. 90 degrees. Drop. There's our 1. Don't forget to hug that belly button tight toward the spine. Wanting to keep that upper back really flat. No rounding. Halfway. Keep it up. If you need to stop, take a break, feel free. Come back when you're ready. 3 to go. 8. 9. Come on, triceps. 10. Whew. All right. That's at the top of my range, I have to say. My triceps, feeling it. Okay, let's get that overhead press, that jumping jack press. Belly strong, biggest heel, go. Feel the energy come all the way from the legs. And 10. Okay, back to our child's pose. Stretching it out, gearing up for our last set. You guys are doing fantastic. Drop that chest toward the ground. Slide those shoulder blades down. So this should feel good, releasing all the tension in that upper back and releasing in the neck. Just come to your knees, maybe curl the toes under, grab one arm, so if you're pulling on your left arm, you reach your right ear to the right shoulder. Then let's go the other side, pull on the right arm, reach left ear to left shoulder. Okay, let's do this, our last round. Squat to lateral lunge. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna hold one. Kind of feel like that's where I wanna be this round. Keep track of my arms for the final set. Belly strong. Here we go. Hinge back. Hit that squat. Step over. Press it up. Squat. To your right. Scan the body. Check in. What are you using where? Strong upper back. Strong abdomen. Lots of push through those booty muscles. Inner thighs. Outer thighs. Knees track with toes. Keeping core strong. Halfway. Keep focusing on that core. So think about if you were in a plank, how would you be flexing through that core while you're planking? Try to get that same flexion here. It's like you get 2 workouts in one. Should get your heart rate a little higher. You'll burn more calories. It's a way more effective workout, and it's safer for your low back. One more each side. Belly strong. Over and up. All right. Set up that jumping jack press. Ready, set, go. 8, 9, 10. Good. Hinge forward. Straighten through those legs. Sometimes I kind of like to bend one and then the other. Okay. Let's hit up those curls and upright rows. Find that stance. Shoulders back and down. Flex the glutes. Here we go. Curl, turn, row. Elbows stay right under shoulders. Try not to let them come forward. Belly strong. Use the biceps and the shoulders, but that upper middle back is constantly squeezed together. Flex your butt just a bit. Get that pelvic tuck. 7, 8. Crushing it, doing awesome. And 10. All right, I think we're ready. Let's go into that press, jumping jack press. Eight, 9, 10. Whew. Come on, shoulders. All right, let's get that forearm stretch. As you're holding onto that palm, let your elbow kind of drop back a bit. And then let's go to the other side. Push, drop back. Good job. Okay, we have our row to kick back. These definitely got me last time, but I'm going to stick here with weights. Hinge it forward, belly strong. Here we go. Row, kick, and drop. I'm going to work from the back and the core to hold support. Still even, rounding and flexing into those thighs. If you can, get your upper back parallel to the ground. Belly button draws back into your spinal column even more. Lift the chest off the ribs. 8, 9. As the arms lower, keep that flexion between the shoulder blades. And 10. Whew. Last time. Jumping jack press. Work from the momentum of the legs. 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right. Get rid of these guys. Grab your mat. Bring it over. We're going to hit up our little core round. Okay, starting on your back, we're just going to get a nice little knee hug first. Tuck it all in. Shift it around. Extend those arms overhead. Slide the shoulder blades down still though, because you can feel that opening in the chest and then the space in your shoulder joints. Okay, coming up, we're just going to go one round, 10 each. So we're going to bend our knees and then pull your toes up. So you have about a 90-degree angle in your knee. Bring your elbows in next to the rib cage, and then you're going to kind of sit back a little bit. That's your stopping point. Find your stopping point, that point where you get that shake kind of going, but you can't go any further. You're going to pull your left knee up off the ground, foot off the ground, knee to the right elbow, lean it back, other side. Never lose that flexion. If pulling the knee grabs into that low back, scoop deeper, belly firm, and then just stay with the elbow switch while not pulling your knee, okay? So this is a runner's crunch, okay? You're kind of looking like you're running. So let's hit it up. 10 each side. 1. Get that twist. 2. 3. Focus on flexing the core first and then move. Flex first, then move. The core always gets going first. That's your starting point. Don't rely on the move to get that flexion. You contract first. 2 more each side. Tuck in through that belly. Last one. Okay, we're going to do an oblique V up. So I want you to find the fleshy part of your booty, right? So don't lay right on your hip bone. Then you're going to lie all the way down. So if your left hip's on the ground, you're going to lie all the way onto your left shoulder blade, right behind your armpit. Okay, you're kind of at an angle because you've got to be on kind of the fleshy part of your booty. Stack your legs, and your right arm's going to go over your head. What you're going to do is use that oblique. So remember, we flex first. Don't rely on the move to get you flex first. You're going to push off your arm that's on the ground, that left arm, it can help, and then pull everything up together. Pull the front of the belly in, and then reach your arm toward the toe. We'll call this one 2. So I want you to feel your oblique doing the work. Try to keep it out of just using the abductor and the leg. Still something we need to work. We like to work this here. Really want you to focus on getting into that oblique. So take your brain there. 8, 9, keep the front of the belly strong. 10. Okay, swing it around. Same thing other side. Find kind of the fleshy part of your booty. Lie all the way down on your armpit. Stack your feet. Left arm extends overhead and go. So watch and make sure you're getting all the way up off of your back. So that elbow is still on the ground, that right elbow. But you're getting your upper body all the way down, all the way up. 7, 8, focus on that oblique, and 10. Okay, the last one. We worked on this in one of our first sessions. I don't remember the exact day, but it's the get up, okay? So the goal is to get up without using your hands. So if you guys remember, we're going to start off on kind of the starting point, right? So point A, your get up start. So you're going to hinge back, kind of tuck your feet in, make sure the core is going strong. As you come up, twist your right ankle over the left, and then you come up here, stand all the way to the top, then come back down. We'll do it all together on the other side. Hinge back, cross over left ankle over the right, twist, and stand. Okay, if that's what you need to do, keep doing it. You're going to go 5 each side. Otherwise, you're going to work with me. We're going to try to come into a full get up. So depending on how tight your hips are will mean it will be harder or easier. So for today, we're all just going to keep our legs crossed. So remember, hinge back, crisscross your feet, knees open wide. Use those arms to kind of pull forward and get you up. Keep your feet crisscrossed. Remember, this is for the core. Extend the legs. You're going to twist your legs the other way and then stand up. Whew, I kind of fell into the wall. There's 2. Drop it down, extend, tuck it in, crisscross your legs, come up. If you need a little more help, if you're super close, but you're just struggling a bit, grab a weight. It'll help kind of pull you forward. Drop it down, hinge it back. So I have basically 10 extra pounds helping kind of pull me forward. Getting that booty off the ground. Back, tuck, come up. There's 6. Core strong. Push your low back into the ground. 7. Otherwise, just use your legs and the core. 8. 2 more. Grab that core. Crisscross your legs. Last one. 10. Whew. All right, face your mat. And let's stretch it out. Bring your left leg forward for me. And keep the right leg back. Drop your knee on the ground. I want you to start off by hugging your legs toward one another. So from that midline, squeeze them in. Okay? Pull the left leg toward the right leg toward the left. So you kind of squeeze into the inner thighs. And then release. Put both hands inside that left leg. And then let the left knee drop out away from you. So it drops to the side. Whatever feels good for you. So try to find the hinge, that movement in your hip, right? Your hip joint, that ball and socket, it moves a lot of different places. Your knee only moves forward and back, right? Flexion and extension. So you just keep that bent like this, all lined up. It's going to pull to the side. So from your hip joint and your ankle joint, that's where the movement and mobility comes from. But keep your knee just nicely bent. All right, hinge back. We're going to hit up the hamstring stretch. So try to drop the left hip. If your left leg is forward, drop the left hip down and pull it back. And then let's take a little twist. So take your left hand back, right hand over the leg. If you have a table, bench, wall, something you can grab behind you if you need, that's fine. And we're going to unwind. Okay, to the other side. Right leg comes forward. Start off by hugging everything into the midline. So squeeze. It's like you're digging into the foot, digging into the heel, digging into that back knee, and then release that. And then you might walk your foot over a little and open the knee out. Remember the movement, that opening is in the hip. Sliding that hip open. Your knee is stable. Mobility comes from the ankle joint, your hip joint. Straighten that front leg, bring the toe up in the front. Drop the right hip, right? Pull it down and back, and then twist if you can. So the right hand will come back, left hand goes over. Twist, try to keep those hips level, and you're twisting from the middle back. All right, release there. We're going to do a little forearm stretch. We want to keep our elbows happy. Put your fingertips facing your knees on the mat. And then slowly slide your hips back. The wrists will come up. That's fine. Let them come up nice and high. Slide those shoulder blades down again. Come back up over those wrists. Okay, so you're right, your shoulders are stacked pretty much over, and then you're going to bend an elbow and then put it back down. Bend an elbow, put it back down. So it's okay. It's actually going to happen that the back of the palm, the bottom of the palm will raise. That's fine. Good. One more time on the left. Okay, and then easy does it. They're going to probably need to come back towards your knees a little bit because we don't want to put too much pressure on it. So more of your body weight is on your legs, and then just tuck your hands so that the backs of the hands, the tops, are on the ground, and then rotate your elbows in and out. Shouldn't cause a lot of pain on those wrists, but if it does, just back out of it a little bit. You can also do it with your hand here. So just try to rotate from that shoulder socket a little bit. Rotate in and out, in and out. Okay, let's grab our hands behind the back, push the chest forward, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Fantastic work. You did amazing. 10 days, getting you going. You are now ready to continue on for a lifestyle of health, energy, conditioning, strength. So remember, movement, exercise, strengthening is super good. Keep it going.